This is dock. I believe that this is a broadleaf dock. It could be another variation. I don't think it's curly dock. It's much bigger than my understanding of curly dock. But my plan is, this was in our wild patch, and you can see it's coming up with seed. The seed is not ready yet. It's not dry, but we're going to take some time, and when it's ready, I'm going to see if I can collect the seed and make some flour, dock flour, from some wild dock. It's just a little wild patch here. That's some field daisy. I don't know like the technical name, but it's not an actual daisy. It's a field daisy. And this thing is just loaded up. I didn't put anything in here. I did put rapeseed, but this is the plantain, the clover. There's red clover and white clover. You can clearly see the purple flowers, that's red clover, and the white flowers, that's white clover. There's I'm gonna have to look this up to verify what these specifically are. I can't think of the name now of what I think it is, but I believe I know what that is. I'm not sure. Pretty sure those are actual. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that one up too. What do we got over here? We got some different types of grasses that they planted with pretty good size grain on them. I'm not an expert on grain, but I may try to harvest some of those. Maybe we'll have to figure out what they are first. There's some wild raspberries mixed in there. These I thought were clover, but these things are now over 6 foot tall. And those ones over there have these long white flowers on them. So I don't know. Same thing here with these grasses. Look how tall those things are, over 6 foot tall there. And again, I don't know if this is something that we would be able to harvest. Potentially make some flour or something like that. We'll see. The maple tree that got cut down has turned into a nice little maple bush. That's a very nice looking little maple bush there. More these different kinds of grasses. Those ones aren't quite as tall as the other one, but pretty tall. Those little yellow flowers, these ones are a field buttercup. These are real daisies. I love those daisies. They're beautiful. I'm going to pick a few fresh ones and bring them inside. Mrs. Howell loves daisies, and we'll keep fresh ones on the windowsill in the kitchen. Lot of clover, a lot of daisies, a lot of grasses, lots of the plantain getting huge over here. There's a huge patch of it back that way. I'll show you here in a minute when we get there. But you know, I just wanted to let everything grow here naturally. Turkey love it because they like to come and pick the bugs out of it. But here's the big patch of that plantain. These, I looked it up at one point and I can't remember what they're called, but they are beautiful. Little yellow flowers that when they finally bloom. The leaf, it's cool because the leaf almost looks like some other kind of leaf that you might recognize. Any idea? I don't know. There's a couple ferns trying to come in here, but the ferns haven't been able to really take over this section because I let everything else really take off. This was a black cherry, this tree that got cut down, and it's starting to sprout. I don't think it actually produces cherries, though. It's like a wild, it's called a black cherry, but I don't think it actually makes cherries. If it does, maybe let me know if you know. And that's pretty much it. The rest of it's all kind of the same stuff, just more of it here and there. There's a little oak sapling. I'll hopefully let that grow. Hopefully it'll take off, and I'll have a big oak tree sitting right here in 10, 20 years. Oh, these here, this is the rape seeds. You can actually, I don't know, I have to figure out how to harvest it and if enough of them grow for me to harvest, but you make an oil out of that. Rapeseed oil, there's another name for it I can't think of. Canola, I think it is. Oh, I can't think what the name of this is, but if I recall too, I'm just thinking out loud here, so if I say something wrong, don't shoot me for it, but I think this is an edible one, but you gotta like peel it, get down in the base when it gets real big, real thick down there. You gotta be careful for these big old freaking spikes it's got everywhere. And if you peel it off, the inside of it is supposed to be good, tasty, and nutritious. There's some dandelion hanging out in there too, but dandelion can't really take off the way it would out in the open because it's so tall here. This, I almost feel like this is kale. It's bolting. This one is bolting. Am I hallucinating on that? Is that kale? I know that we've had a lot of kale all over the place out here, and some of it's self-seeded, but that looks a lot like a kale leaf. And this little smaller one looks even more like a kale leaf. It even has the little purple stalk. So I don't know. It might be, or it might be one of the rape seed, one of the rape plants. Yeah, it is. I'm lying about the kale. That's what the rape looks like when it's the leaves. I think those leaves are edible too, but I'm gonna have to look into it and verify. Yeah, look at that little guy. I almost stepped on that. I don't know what that is. Some kind of weed growing there. More clover back in here. Lots of different grasses. Tell me what that is, somebody. I looked it up at one point a while back, and I now have a brain fart. I can't remember. If you know what that is, let me know. It made a big patch. It's not something common like cucumber or squash or something like that. It's something else. I can't remember now. But there you go. We've made the full circle back to the dock. So yeah, that was just my brain. Felt like I might want to show you guys my wild patch right here, and give you a little, freaking bugs getting in my ear. Thought I'd show it to you, give you a little update on that specific thing, what I'm thinking. I'm gonna try to do some stuff with it, but I don't know, we'll see. I will make a follow-up video on any of those wild edibles that I use. If you have input, if you know more than I do, which most of you probably do, or at least some of you probably do, let me know if you saw something in there that looks good that I didn't mention, or if I was wrong about it and you know something else, please let me know. Leave a comment. Link to videos if you see video somewhere that can help me out with the wild edibles and things. But I'll make a video on those when I actually use them. When it comes time to use the seeds and try to make flour, I'll definitely make a video for that one. If there's other stuff on there that you want to see how to use it, or what I do with it, or you want me to do something with it, leave a comment. Let me know. Alright, I am getting out of here. I'm going to go inside and get cleaned up. We've been out working all day. It's been a beautiful day, but it is now coming to a close, and I am going to call it a night and go get some rest. We'll see you guys on the next video.